Cas and I are two pretty average blokes. I mean, we're not the best athletes out there, we're not the smartest guys in the rooms, we're definitely no different from anybody else.
From an epic journey across
This is one of the greatest adventure stories.
And Justin Jones are home at last.
Temperatures, fierce winds and bad chafing.
Two young Aussie adventurers are enjoying their first home.
When we arrived on the shores of New Zealand back in 2008, we were completely inundated by all these requests from companies, from individuals, from organisations wanting to hear our story, wanting to hear how two blokes went out there and paddled across on the most violent stretch of ocean in the world. And ever since then, we've been sharing our story to audiences all across the world, and we just get so much satisfaction with communicating our messages and inspiring others to go and live their dreams. These expeditions, 99% of it is in the planning phase, only 1% is in the execution. Through those years of preparing, you have to get yourself ready for all kinds of eventualities. Because once we were out there, we were alone and we had to deal with what we were faced with. So
the guys were extremely motivational. The way that they did their presentation was engaging and fun to listen to. And I think you realise that if they can do that, then I can do anything.
And all of a sudden, James taps me on the shoulder and he goes, "Mate, look, I don't want to alarm you, but I think there's a fin out here." Actually, look, man, I don't want to hear that. You know, you said this morning you wanted to see a shark. It's in your head. It's all in your imagination. Don't worry about it, mate. No, mate, there's a shark out here. And all of a sudden there's this big bang and the kayak lurches to the side. And these two sharks pop up and start grinding and rubbing themselves up against the kayak.
So we're cocooned in the back of this kayak, feeling them grinding and rubbing themselves up against us. Their skin feels exactly like sandpaper. And it was one of the most bizarrely intimate nights of my life. He likes the torch, eh? Man, this is freaky. I tell you what they're doing. You can hear them rubbing their bodies up against the kayak.
And just to mention on camera, we're both naked.
Yeah, there's quite a few sort of amusing moments to it, yes. Yeah, no, fun bunch, couple of guys, and you can sort of see how they sort of kept each other going, as I think they emphasised during the presentation.
Cas and I believe that no one can tell you what your adventure's going to be. I mean, adventure really is a relative term. It's relative to the person who's going out there and undertaking it. So for Cas and myself, paddling across the Tasman Sea, going down to Antarctica, yeah, they're amazing adventures, but it can be anything you want. You can be going out there and starting a business, you can be going out there acting in a play of all things. And no one can tell you what your path's going to take, so you just go out there and you've got to follow that dream.
The mix of their own anecdotes and I guess responding to the room, but equally anchoring it around some of these photos and video footage is fantastic, because it takes you right back to the stories that they're telling. And it's a credit to them that they were able to travel 2,000 kilometres with a video camera in it and take photographs along the way.
The two of us aren't the oldest guys out there. In fact, we're still pretty young. But these experiences have taught us so much, and we're very, very keen on sharing our stories, but not preaching to the audiences. So we're not going to go in there and tell you how to sell, and we're not going to give you dot points on this, and this, but what we do is tell our story, and implicit in that is some incredible messaging that everyone can take away and learn from. We're out here, we're alone, and it's bloody scary.
One of the greatest feats of human endurance in history.
Eventually walked into the history books.